get started with that right now. Yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers selected Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, with the 55th overall pick in the second round. LeBron and his son now officially have the opportunity to be the first father-son duo to play in the NBA at the same time and for the same team. Reaction to this story has been very mixed, to say the least, and many out there are claiming nepotism is the only reason Bronny is now a Laker. I had a lot to say, but before I show you something that I said earlier today, let me say this. Bronny James, thank God he's in this position. If y'all remember, he suffered cardiac arrest last year while on the campus of USC. We didn't know what his status was. We didn't know what his health was.
Let's start with this piece of this segment. Stephen A is pointing out the obvious. That, this of course was a couple weeks ago. We're not recording the day after the draft right now, but it's still a live story and it's still a live wire. And
it's hot.
At the end of the day, you and me, this is what we've done. We work with the draft. We train people going to the draft. We train players when they're done with the draft. We train players after the rookie year. So all we know right now is, like what he said, people are talking about this is nepotism. And on the other tail, it is true. He had cardiac arrest. So I'm gonna let you start this one, even though we completely disagree. We know this about each other right now. I'm gonna let you start this one.
We're not gonna go there.
Yes, we are. All the way. Let's go.
Yeah, to me, this is historical. You got a father-son combo, a duo that made history. So evidently, we all are. Humans are pre-coded for awards, for triumphs, and doing things that never been happened, and we want to see that. That's why we watch TV. And see actors do things that are really not true, but it looks real. In a sense, to saying that, the boy, is nepotism with his father. His father is a legend. He should have a pass to come in because of how great and what his father done and what he has brought to the NBA besides Michael Jordan and Kobe or Steph or, Wilt Chamberlain, your Jerry West, God rest his soul in peace. But the nepotism part, it can't be. The boy at least had some type of talent to say, hey, I might can get drafted or I might not. He was the 55th pick. That was a business decision by the Lakers to say, hey, okay, we wasn't going to take him. Somebody could have took him at 54. But since he was there, we're thinking about the accumulative economics of it. The fans putting eyes on this. People want to touch and be a part of this, this phenomenon that's this ball of avalanche of little snowballs is just getting bigger and bigger. So the common sense will tell you that. That's just a common sense thing. But from a analytical scale, it's even more prestigious. And but at the end of the day, we always say what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. So we shall see. The boy had a damn heart attack or cardiac arrest. He somehow made it through that turbulence and put himself in a position to where he could be posted his face with the #1 draft pick and his face at the summer league because nobody else is selling but Bronny.
That's right.
So I think it's a sale point of view.
And when it comes to nepotism, I don't think that it's one way or another. I think there are multiple angles to it. At the end of the day, I think if you're a dad in his position and you were to say, I wouldn't do the same exact thing as LeBron, I'd have to think you're a liar, or you're not honest.
The biggest
not
liar.
honest with yourself or with me. And as you mentioned, 54 opportunities to choose him before the Lakers got him there, and he also hasn't played in the NBA yet. One thing's for sure, he will not get serious playing time if he does not deserve it. Now, did he deserve specifically him to be picked at 55? I don't think we could say that. I don't think there's any proof in the pudding to say that's aside his name. But what I can say is if they play him to their own detriment, that will be the most surprising thing I've ever seen.
No doubt. It's a common sense and it's a money grab because it's going to validate. He doesn't, like you said, he doesn't have paperwork as an NBA player. So who's to say that a kid come out of college? We know a lot of college kids come out that didn't have that paperwork, and then all of a sudden you're a star, you know. So
Right.
we're not saying that he's going to do that. With me and you had a conversation. I think he's going to be at least, you know, a decent player. And most think I heard some people say, I'm not even a Laker fan no more. I had a guy say, I'm throwing all my Laker stuff away because of this. It was just sad, you know, just sad.
Sad. Well, LeBron is who he is. And I think that this is, to me, as a former Laker fan and a dearly departed one who couldn't wait to get out in 2016 after Kobe was done, this is exactly why I stopped being a Laker fan. Once Jeannie Buss took over, the clown show began. Jerry Buss would have never done the kind of things that we're seeing. You look at who the Lakers had before: Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. Like they had the pieces to make a championship.
The Kuzmas and those little guys.
Kuzmas.
They had the intangibles, but the Lakers want more. You know, for me being a disheartened Clipper fan, we don't have the luxuries to get players, kind of their stature and magnitude, or either draft players that has a chance to be a significant role player. So, I take one to the chin for that, but why? But this is what we do. We talk about the Bronny, and we just hope that people can understand that they would have did the same thing for their son or daughter when it comes to a particular situation. If he kind of meets the criteria, he plays basketball, he loves basketball, so he wants to get drafted to a basketball team. So I think he followed all the instructions and the cadence, to be able to grab, for the Lakers to levitate to grab him at that pick. So kudos to him and his daddy for raising a good kid, good dad, LeBron, even though I hate your Lakers, but no doubt.
Basketball wise, he doesn't project as any kind of player.
No doubt.
At 6'3", if we're being honest, and we look at currently who guys are 6'3" and below, Peyton Pritchard's even, the Pritchards of the world.
Lillard 6'3".
Lillard 6'3". Like this is gonna be this is not.
It's a tough gig.
This is not a downhill challenge here. This is serious.
You know what? Like we always say, sports is the one thing that validates you have to have skills to pay the bills. So
that's it.
They got him in, but he's still going to have to do what he has. He's going to have to wear the crown and represent for his crown to get to actually play or have a role to stay in the NBA. Actually, because they'll put you out.
Even if his father has a chance in the finals in Game 7 to put him in, and he knows he shouldn't be in, and they will lose because of him, he will not be in the game.
And that's a fact.
Period. End of story. And that's the one thing with sports. That's the one thing you can be rest assured, have faith in, that when in the last minute of a Game 7 of a finals, both teams will have their best players on the court. Period. End of story. No favors.
I don't want to see no commercials with their little selves either. All the commercials with them, look, don't do us that way. The kids in there, don't overstuff us. We just said we're not a calzone or a pizzone pizza. You don't have to overstuff us now. Don't put them all on commercial together. Let the boy be him. Let him be young. Let him, live his life. Let him earn his stripes, and I'll be good with that. Booyah.